Welcome to Retrobot, the YouTube channel where we feed a friendly space robot a diet of pure nostalgia. I'm Clay, and today we are talking about a guy that has the longest name in history without having any name at all. We are talking about Deluxe Guard. This is Transformers Legacy Selects Deluxe DK-2 Guard. Whew! That's a lot. So yeah, here's the box. It is a Generations Selects toy, which I got from Big Bad Toy Store for about $25. I like these little shipper boxes. I mean, even though they go inside another shipper box before they get sent out. But, I like the black printing on just regular unbleached cardboard. It's got a label on the front that says DK-2 Guard, and I'm guessing, you can see if you get really close here. You get really, really close. There's, maybe, there, you can make out the words Deluxe Class, spelled that looks like the German KLASSE, and then I'm guessing that's where DK2 comes from. I'm guessing. I don't know, but yeah, here's the box. Not really anything of note on the back. There's some gobbledygook and some stuff on the side. Plastic-free packaging. Ooh. And a continuation of the line art, which I do like the line art. This is cool. These images are neat. I like it. You open it up, and then there's some more line art, and then the guy is in there. Oh no, he's gone! That's because he's right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at Generation Selects DK-2 Guard. This is the guy. So DK-2 Guard is based on the original 1982 Diaclone one-box cherry Vanette toy, which was turned red to become Ironhide. And I just happen to have one of those. Here, you can see the original right here. The years have not been completely kind to him, but that's the toy that would eventually become Ironhide. And so you can see that it's based off of the Earthrise mold of Ironhide, which is in itself a retool of the Siege line Ironhide, which is one of my favorite molds of all time. So let's go ahead and take a look at this guy. He is, of course, black and red, which is very nice. The vehicle mode is nicely done here. It does not suffer from the color matching issues of Earthrise Ironhide. Notice that all of the panels are pretty much the same color of black. It seems like, yes, these panels on the side here are shinier than some of the panels here. So what? I just don't care about that. It would be nice. This is just me being picky. It would be nice if the wheels, if the hubcaps had been painted silver. I had a car that didn't have hubcaps. It was just an all black wheel, and it makes the car just look like a junker. And my car at the time was a junker. So yeah, and of course it has the atrocious Earthrise feet, which are a carryover from that Transformers Siege mold. They're exactly the same feet, and there's no windows. There's a lot of upgrade kits that attempt to solve this. I have been tempted to try and kit bash a solution. I actually like the top of the foot, and I would like to make it so that the foot could just flip around, but that would be a lot of work, and I don't know if the payoff would be worth all the work. So yeah, we've got a weapon in the top. You've got a 5mm port up here that you can stick the weapon on, and that's him. So yeah, it's a nice vehicle mode, very, very nice callback to the original. Yeah, you look at these two, and it's just clear. This is a loving homage to the Diaclone, which Diaclone is awesome. So let's go ahead and turn this guy into a robot. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take off the weapon, and then we're going to start folding windows away from the rest of the vehicle. So we're going to fold these out to the side here, and we got some windows here. We're going to see if we can just kind of lift this up without having to pull that window. I don't know if we can do it. You know, what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to free up some panels. So we've got this side panel right here. We're going to fold that back, and that enables you to get a finger under here. And this stiff, and I'm always nervous about these translucent pieces of plastic because translucent plastic tends to be more brittle than regular opaque plastic, and so I'm always nervous about putting too much force on that. And I guess I'm advising you to be a little nervous too. I haven't had any breakage issues, but I just want to throw that out. So we're going to fold this panel back, and then we're going to flip up the window. And now at this point, we should be able to just lift off the entire roof. Yes, that's right. We've got a huge parts forming feature that, you know, I actually like parts forming with... where it's incorporated into design, and you know, it supports and complements the design. Like, you know, if this were a roof rack or something that normally comes off of a van, like when they have a big spare tire on the back of the van, or even if it were made sort of like a pickup that has a truck cab, and you take the truck cab out and it becomes a thing, and then it still looks like a pickup truck, it just doesn't have the cab, then I'm okay with that. But what I'm not really a fan of is, I can't tell you the last time that I saw a convertible minivan driving down the street. That's just not something that I'm used to seeing. I mean, granted, if I had a van, I would love for it to be a convertible. I just don't think that happens ever. And so, yeah, if he doesn't have his extra piece here, then his vehicle mode suffers greatly. That's just one of the criticisms that I've had of the whole Earthrise Ironhide Ratchet mold, and a lot of the Earthrise toys that have incorporated some kind of take off a major portion of the vehicle to become a shield or something. But nonetheless, you just have to accept it. This comes off. The original had parts forming too that was even more extreme, so I guess I can't complain too much. If anything, I would like to kit bash this thing so that it turns into a battle platform like this one does. So we're going to take that, and you can just fold these things in here and in there. And then if you want, you can slide this back, and that reveals some jets, and I think that's so that this could be like a flying boogie board or something. I'm not sure, but if you're going to use it as a riot shield, it is better if you just keep this slid forward like this. So we'll move those off to the side. So we've got our van that where we left it was sort of everything going everywhere. We're going to open up the back here. So there's these panels here, and there's actually some space in here. So, like, sometimes I store the gun inside there if I want to keep the gun with the toy, but I don't want it to be pointing at anything. But yeah, you open these up, and the arms are there. The legs are here. We're going to spread the legs out and then close these around the leg. And now we can take these and close them the rest of the way. So there, we've got that. I like the transform method on this toy. It's got a really nice maneuver. I'm going to show it to you here. the bumper just folds down like that. That locks everything in the front end in place, and then this swings around. You see how it does that? That's really cool. I really like that move. That's kind of unique amongst a lot of Transformer toys, and I really like it. And then you can separate the shoulders, and then we can take this bumper and it just clicks up and locks the upper body into place. Now we're going to flip up the head. It's nice to have the head going sideways. It just gets it a little bit more out of the way. I think that he can transform okay with his head just facing down, and that's fine, but a lot of times I have him sideways. You put the head up, you rotate the shoulders, just like that, and then you can bring the arms down into a more natural position. And then we've got the windshield on this little double hinged linkage piece, and we can do that. And so there we go. Let's pull the camera back just a little bit so that you can see him in all his glory. And elevate, exterminate. We don't want to exterminate him. We like him. So there we go. And I'm even going to turn the brightness up just a little bit. There we go. So that he's all well lit and stuff. And of course you want to give him his gun, and you want to give him his riot shield, which there's a lot of 5mm ports, which is also a holdover from the Siege line and from Earthrise, where they were still using a lot of weaponizers. I like the weaponizer feature, by the way. That whole idea of having guys that split into pieces, again, parts forming, and then you could add them to other bots, that's cool. I think they should do more of it. My only criticism is that sometimes they design them in such a way that they prevented you from putting them together in ways that weren't intended. And it's like, you got parts, like you got guys that pull apart. Make them so that you can put them together any way you want. I mean, you gotta Lego that stuff. That's where really the fun happens. But nonetheless, you can have it up on his shoulder like this, or, you can have it on his forearm. I like it on his forearm so that he can kind of, put it in front of him, and then he can be like, okay, I see Decepticons, and I'm going to protect myself from blasting Decepticons, and I'm just going to kind of peek around here. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, it's not pew, pew, it's pew, 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 pew. And so there you have. Now see, there's a panel right there. These hinges, going back to the Siege line, these hinges have always been pretty light, and the parts come off pretty easily. It does go right back on easily, but be aware, as you just saw, that just popped right off. It wanted to pop off while I was transforming it, and then I caught it and stopped it. But this time I didn't stop it. So we've got that, and he is actually really, really cool. I love the look of this guy. I love the articulation. Of course, this guy has the same articulation as all of his mold mates. His head moves. He's got a fully articulated shoulder that moves all around in all directions. He's got an elbow. He's got a bicep joint. He even has wrist rotation. He's got a pivoting waist. He's got hips that go in all the ways that hips should go, and some of the ways that they should not. He's got knees, and he's got that nice Siege ankle joint. I call it the Siege ankle joint because that was one of the distinctive things about the robot modes incorporated in the Siege line and all of the subsequent lines, is they started putting ankle joints in so that their feet could be planted flat on the tabletop, and that's really nice. I didn't realize how much I liked it until they did it. Previous lines you know, the feet, like a lot of the Unicron trilogy toys had the claw feet, which made them very stable, but they didn't sit flat. And I thought that was fine. Now we've got this, and I look back at those old feet, it's like, they don't sit. So yeah, there we go. Now, of course, the Diaclone version, let's just pop him off. We have this thing that becomes a battle platform, which mine is in a little bit of a sad state. And I'm just showing this because how often do you actually get to look at an original Diaclone toy? I mean, really. So this part folds down here, and then these fold, except that the hinge pin is broken on this side, so that just wants to come off. So we're just going to spin it around there. And then go like that. And oh, we also have that, except that, do we have the little red piece? We're getting extra pieces, because this doesn't do anything without that little red piece. Okay. Do you have a little missile? It'd be great if we had the missile. Oh my gosh! All right, so. Oh wait, that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay, so we've got the missile, we've got the little gun that goes in there, and so we got that. That is the battle platform, and then, of course, in the Diaclone line, these characters weren't autonomous robots, they were intended to be piloted mecha. So when you would turn it into a robot, then the driver sat behind the windshield rather than there being a robot face. And of course, notoriously, the 1984 release just put a sticker on the seat, which was it was terrible. That was a terrible decision. I love that toy. That toy has a special place in my heart, but I have no love for that sticker. And then he could ride his battle platform, and so yeah, that is the Diaclone version of DK Guard, and there he is next to his Legacy counterpart, and Legacy Guard looks great. He really does look great. So yeah, that is Legacy Guard. I guess it's DK-2 Guard. I don't think that's actually a proper name. I think that he's just kind of an army builder guy. Of course, at $25 a piece, how many of these am I gonna get? Probably the answer is exactly one, and it's gonna be this one. And I'm gonna be happy that I got this one because he's cool. I mean, I love the red face. I love the black. I actually do really like this mold, even with the parts forming rooftop thing. It's like, you could have come up with a better solution. You just didn't, or I don't know. But I'll get past it. I promise I will get past it. Overall, though, great figure. You can see the detail that they put into the face. I mean, the colors are really nice. Let's try and get the camera. Ah, look at that guy, huh? I mean, he's a champ. You know, the red face and the blue eyes, he looks good. You've got that red detail on the front bumper, that leakage piece, which in robot mode actually kind of helps break up the black. Of course, in vehicle mode, it kind of sticks out as being out of place. I wonder if it would have been better for them to put a little paint application there, but of course, that's extra money, and do they have to? No, so they did not. I could always do it. Am I gonna? Probably not. Realistically, I'm just probably not gonna. It's, I'm just gonna deal with it. So yeah, there are things that I wish were a little bit different, but overall, I do really like this guy. And since I really like this mold, I like all of the Ironhides and Ironhide duplicates, Ratchet, everybody that has come off of that Siege mold. I'm a sucker. You know what, Hasbro? You keep making guys based off of this mold and the Siege mold. I'll keep buying them. I will. You know, maybe, you know, not be $25. I know it's not going to go less than that unless it goes to Ollie's. So, all right. So that's it. Definitely, DK-2 guard gets a recommend from me. I'm really happy with him. And I love the Diaclone homage. So if you like that sort of thing, then you would probably like him too. So, of course, we are a small channel trying to get bigger, so if it's not too much trouble, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and click the notification bell so that you know when we're doing more of these short circuits videos, as well as our live streams, which are typically on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern United States time. Be there or be somewhere else. So, with all that being said, this is Clay telling you, yes you, to keep it Retrobot! Yeah, keeping it Retrobot with DK-2 Guard! I don't know what his name is. I mean, I feel like he should have a name. Like, even if he's just a background character, he should have a name. Like, I don't know, Chuck, Steve, maybe Bill? Is he Bill? Maybe he's Bill Dorr. That's a great name. Yeah, his name is Bill Dorr from now on.